So the Dearica Hamby lawsuit is going nowhere. It is going nowhere, and it's still going on. And you can see right here that the WNBA and the Aces have both tried to get this completely dismissed. They have both tried to get the lawsuit dismissed. And I'm going to be reading this from a Reddit post. Shout out to Female Athlete Network. Not entirely sure where the source of this is from, but I did see this on Reddit. So, it says here, the WNBA has asked Nevada federal court to toss the lawsuit of a female basketball player arguing the suit, which claims the Las Vegas Aces traded her to a less prestigious team after learning she was pregnant, failed to show the league was her employer. Okay, so the WNBA, they tried to toss the lawsuit because the lawsuit failed to show the league was her employer. That's, maybe that makes sense. Like, if the league is her, or if the Aces are her employer, then it's not on the league. Maybe necessarily, I don't know. The Aces have also filed a reply Wednesday urging a dismissal, saying plaintiff failed to allege facts that show she suffered harm. Hamby, an Olympic medalist and three-time All-Stars, a forward in the WNBA, her lawsuit alleges both the Aces and the WNBA retaliated against her in violation of federal and Nevada state civil rights laws after she announced her pregnancy. WNBA argues its Wednesday filing that Hamby fails to plausibly allege in her amended complaint that the WNBA employed her. And even if she had, her retaliation claim against the league fails for multiple independent reasons. I don't know the legalities of this, but like, does the WNBA employ the players or the team employ the players? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. The only allegations in her complaint about her relationship with the league are general and related to investigation it conducted concerning her transfer. Those allegations are insufficient as a matter of law to establish joint employment, the WNBA filing said. The league, according to the WNBA, does not have direct involvement in evaluating performance or other employer functions. Hamby admits that, as set forth in the CBA, each WNBA team is a privately owned entity. So I think the WNBA, by the looks of things, might be in the right here. In addition, Hamby does not allege the WNBA set her compensation according to the filing. It was the Aces, not the WNBA, that made the decision to trade her. Hamby's suit also claims that after she complained, the league retaliated by not extending her marketing agreement. However, the WNBA argues she did not plead a casual link between her alleged protected activity and the non-renewal of the agreement, which occurred 5 months later. While the plaintiff need not explicitly plead a prima, I'm not sure what that means, the complaint must still allege direct or circumstantial evidence which causation can be inferred. So basically, so basically they're trying to dismiss it because what are the team trying to say? The team are trying to say she actually suffered nothing. And that if she suffered no harm, basically they did nothing wrong. They just traded her. And the 100K, like, however, Hamby subject different taxes, affecting marketing her name, third-party sponsors, outside scope for term of employment with the Aces filing argues. Hamby claims she's subject to different taxes in California and has lost marketing, endorsement, sponsorship opportunities without citing specific examples. I mean, she's lost the 100K a year from the tourism board. Like, we know that. That is one thing she has factually lost. But I will say that trying to argue I got sent to California so I have to pay more taxes that's not the best argument. Look, I think what the Aces did was wrong, but that's not the best argument. Someone said, glad someone posted it here. Some of the arguments made by W's are interesting from legal perspectives, but typically motions to dismiss or failure to state a claim are not successful. But yeah, I will say, the 100K is probably the only like official marketing thing she's guaranteed to be lost, but like, she's in LA. I think that makes it harder for these specific judgments. And it's going to be interesting. Obviously, if she went to sue, there has to be some way that she had to have thought she was going to win. And I still don't know. I still don't know what exactly she's like not hopes to get out of it. I understand what she hopes to get out of it, but like, yeah, what she hopes to win. Because I don't understand suing the league. Because the league punished the Aces. Like, did she want the league to veto the trade? Like, I get her lawsuit against the Aces, but it's very confusing what she expects to get from the W. When, if it says here all like teams are privately owned and you're not an employee for the WNBA, it's a bit of a weird one. Yeah. So it says here, Hamby filed to amend her complaint against the W. She did not do so. The Aces, reading the tea leaves, probably signed their more confident legal sufficiency of their claims against the Aces and the W. Also didn't claim against the W seem weak, but Hamby invokes an employment law doctrine that I'm not familiar with. I'm guessing this someone is some legal. I do not practice employment law. Note that legally sufficient at this stage simply means that there is a colorable claim without obvious legal defects. Factually, all allegations are considered true for the purposes of the court considering the motion. Depends on the judge, but decision on the motions can sometimes take months if some claims survive discovery. Won't start until after that. So, obviously they're just trying to get it thrown out, which they should do. I think the Aces have already been punished by the league as much as they're going to be punished. Like, I don't think the Aces, no matter what happens, I don't think the Aces are going to get punished more by the league. Like, they've already gotten a draft pick taken away from them. They've already had their coach suspended for a couple of games. So, like, I don't think there's going to be any more, like, suspensions. I don't think it's going to be anything more than we've seen right now. But at the same time, it's still not a good look for the W. This is all going on. And one thing's for sure, it's like, even if, obviously, Aces fans booed Hamby. Like, look, Hamby got screwed. Hamby got screwed, especially with the way the rules are in the league. Hamby got screwed. And the only problem is that it seems like a lot of her argument is he said, she said. Like, I would be 90% sure that, like, the way it's, the conversations with her and Becky Hammon were probably quite, like, she was probably quite accurate that, like, Becky Hammon basically told her she was being traded because she was pregnant. But at the same time, it's a conversation. And the context and way things were said, and like, it could have been for another reason. Like, for all they know, the Aces can make the argument being like, she was pregnant, she was back for the start of the season, we did not trade her because she was pregnant. We traded her because, I don't know, maybe we were going to have to pay... We traded her because we were going to have to pay Kelsey Plum more money the next offseason. Something like, just any excuse they can have to trade her other than that. But it becomes a he said, she said. I would be very, very confident that the Aces screwed her. But the more you're looking at this, the more you're like, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see what she's looking for. Is she looking for a payoff? Because I don't think from the league perspective, we're going to see anything really, anything more being done from this from the Hamby lawsuit. So anyway, see you guys.